The warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico stretch endlessly toward the horizon. Beneath the surface, miles below the drilling platform, ancient deposits of oil and gas have remained trapped for millions of years. Today, advanced technology allows crews to reach these depths, extracting resources from formations that were once impossible to access. On this particular morning, the sun rises over a massive drilling rig stationed 50 miles southeast of the Louisiana coast. The structure towers above the waves like a floating city, its steel framework housing sophisticated equipment and a crew of 126 workers. These men and women have spent weeks preparing for a critical phase of their operation, unaware that a series of decisions made in the coming hours will forever change their lives. The Deepwater Horizon is a semi-submersible drilling rig built in 2001. She stands 378 feet tall, with her drilling capabilities extending over 30,000 feet below the seafloor. The massive platform represents years of engineering advancement designed to withstand the harsh conditions of deep water drilling while maintaining the highest safety standards. Her crew operates around the clock, working in carefully coordinated shifts to ensure continuous progress on their current well. The Macondo well has been under development for weeks. Located in Mississippi Canyon Block 252, this particular site presented unique challenges from the beginning, requiring precise calculations and constant monitoring to maintain safe drilling conditions. The formation lies nearly 13,000 feet beneath the ocean floor. Multiple companies have invested considerable resources into this project, each bringing their own expertise to the complex operation. At 5,000 feet above the seafloor, the rig maintains its position using dynamic positioning technology. 8 massive thrusters automatically adjust to ocean currents and wind conditions, keeping the platform steady while drilling operations continue below. The crew has grown accustomed to the subtle movements of their floating workplace. But today, something feels different. The drilling team has been working to complete the well according to a carefully planned schedule. Recent pressure tests have shown some irregularities, but the data remains within acceptable parameters according to current procedures. The mud engineer monitors the drilling fluid circulation system, while roughnecks manage the heavy equipment on deck. Each crew member understands their role in the intricate process of deep water extraction. In the control room, monitors display real-time data from sensors positioned throughout the wellbore. Temperature readings, pressure measurements, and drilling fluid properties are constantly tracked and recorded. The drilling supervisor reviews the information alongside company representatives who have flown out to observe the final phases of the operation. As the morning progresses, preparations begin for a crucial procedure. The temporary abandonment of the well requires replacing the heavy drilling mud with lighter seawater, a standard practice that reduces costs and prepares the site for future production. However, this process removes a critical safety barrier that has been keeping dangerous gases from rising toward the surface. The crew discusses the procedure during their morning briefing. Some express concerns about recent pressure readings, but the decision is made to proceed according to the established timeline. Cost considerations and scheduling pressures weigh heavily on everyone involved, as delays can result in significant financial losses for the companies invested in the project. Unknown to the surface crew, conditions deep within the well have been changing throughout the night. Gas pockets that were previously contained by the drilling mud have begun to migrate upward through weak points in the cement barriers. The natural pressure from these formations seeks any available path toward the surface, and the planned removal of the heavy drilling fluid will eliminate the primary force keeping them in check. At 9 a.m., the crew begins implementing the temporary abandonment procedure. Pumps start circulating seawater down through the drill pipe, while the heavier mud is displaced upward through the annular space surrounding it. This circulation process requires careful monitoring, as any sudden changes in pressure or flow rate could indicate problems with the well's integrity. The morning air carries the usual sounds of industrial activity across the platform. Diesel engines power the massive pumps while crew members communicate through radio headsets above the mechanical noise. The Gulf waters remain calm, with only gentle swells moving beneath the platform's pontoons. As the displacement operation continues, subtle changes begin occurring within the well that will soon transform this routine procedure into something far more dangerous. The circulation pumps maintain their steady rhythm as thousands of barrels of seawater flow into the well. The drilling crew monitors the operation from multiple stations, watching gauges and digital displays that track the fluid exchange process. Each measurement appears normal, as the heavier drilling mud gradually gives way to the lighter seawater mixture. Below deck in the mud logging unit, a specialist tracks the returning fluids for any signs of gas contamination. His instruments detect trace amounts of hydrocarbons, but nothing outside the expected range for this type of operation. The data streams continuously to computer screens where experienced eyes interpret every fluctuation and anomaly. At 2 p.m., the crew pauses the displacement to conduct a negative pressure test. This critical safety check verifies that the well can maintain its integrity without the weight of the drilling mud pressing down on the formation. The test involves shutting in the well and monitoring for any pressure buildup that would indicate gas or oil seepage. The first attempt shows unexpected pressure readings. The well appears to be building pressure when it should remain stable, suggesting that hydrocarbons may be entering the wellbore from the surrounding formation. The crew discusses the results, comparing the numbers against established safety protocols and company guidelines. After consultation with shore-based engineers, the decision is made to conduct a second test using a different method. The alternative procedure involves monitoring pressure through a different pathway, and this time the readings appear more favorable. The interpretation of these results becomes a critical moment in the day's events, as conflicting data creates uncertainty about the well's actual condition. The afternoon shift change brings fresh crew members to key positions throughout the rig. The ongoing operation requires constant attention as the final phases of the displacement continue. Communication between different work groups becomes increasingly important, as the complexity of the procedure demands precise coordination. In the engine room, massive diesel generators provide power to every system on the platform. The chief engineer monitors fuel consumption and mechanical systems, while his team performs routine maintenance on backup equipment. The constant vibration from the engines creates a familiar that the backdrop of sound crew has grown accustomed to over there at Week C. By 4 p.m., the displacement operation nears completion. The drilling mud has been largely replaced with seawater, significantly reducing the hydrostatic pressure that has been containing the formation gases. The crew begins preparing for the final steps of the temporary abandonment, including the installation of cement plugs designed to seal the well until future drilling operations commence. At 9:42 p.m., a massive explosion tears through the platform as escaping gases ignite in a devastating fireball. 11 crew members lose their lives in the initial blast, while others fight desperately to escape the inferno that engulfs their workplace. The blowout preventer fails to seal the well, allowing millions of barrels of oil to pour into the Gulf waters over the following months. What began as a routine procedure became one of the worst environmental disasters in American history, forever changing how we approach deep water drilling and the delicate balance between industrial progress and safety.